Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. We are back here at the Custard Tennis Academy. It is towards the end of the 2028 season. Our three academy players are doing okay. I think they all could do a little bit better, but Curtis Flaps is perhaps the one who is doing best. And after his victory in the last tournament, he's got to a few quarterfinals and done pretty well actually in an even higher ranked tournament, an ATP 125 event, which was a pretty good level to get deep into the tournament. So I was pretty pleased to see that. But we're not focusing on any of that today. We are going to be diving into the Davis Cup again. We have the playoffs for the Davis Cup World Group. So let's see if we can get through that. Don't know who we're playing yet, but we've set the team up. But before we get into that, we will just check in on our academy, see how all of our players are doing, and we are going to put in some more infrastructure. So let's go and do that. Okay, as you can see here in the academy, both Alexandros and Lambert are frustrated with how things are going. Which is a little frustrating for us, really, because we're just not able to get them where we want them to be. Whereas Curtis, he's pretty pleased. He's hit that top 200 ranking, which is pretty awesome. So let's go and have a look at his attributes. So you can see, finally, we have some green in our technical attributes. We've got our serve consistency now up to 13, which is a big improvement there, and you can see the rest of them on serve are not that far behind. So I think serve is going to be really where we're focusing to try and improve him. Other areas, I think we're moving along nicely. I'm not sure the rate of progression is quite as fast as I want, but you can really see it in the mental attributes as well, so really pushing on there. Similar things going on here. You see that, he is not in a good way, Alexandros. And I did say that there are some similarities between him and Curtis. I think those are getting further and further apart. He just doesn't seem to be developing. And Lambert, again, he was our youngster, started out really well and just hasn't really kind of kicked on. I think he's still all right, and he's perhaps a little frustrated with how he's doing, but he's still in the I think within the goals that we set. So top 250 was what we set, so he's pretty happy with that. Not quite sure why he's so annoyed. Directors are all happy, which is great, and we need to have over 100,000 at the end of the season, so that is still ongoing. So last time out, we played on the ATP 75 level, and we got ourselves a victory at that level, which was a massive thing. Got some good victories against 3 top 200 players, so it really gave me a thought that we could be pushing ourselves into that top 200. We were 257th at that time. So how have things gone since then? Well, the very next match we played in the Liberec Open in the Czech Republic, similar sort of level. We got through to the quarterfinals there, and we played Alexander Shevchenko. We played him previously in the semi-final in Amersfoort. This time we weren't able to get the better of him. It's a shame, because in that second set we did have our opportunities, just weren't able to get past him. But it's a tough match, and I can't really say I'm disappointed there, but I got through. Getting through to the quarterfinals is a real positive. The next one, this was really frustrating. We got knocked out in the round of 32. Made me worry a little bit that we might be on for a little bit of a downward spiral. And we played here in a Futures M25 event and lost again to someone ranked in the 500s in the quarterfinals there. But I think we've put everything right here, as you can see here in the Sevilla Open, which is a Challenger Tour 125 event. Beat the world number 145, which was a fantastic result, and then lost to Thiago Seyboth Wild. But I mean, I was happy to get that really strong victory. Got some good points out of that, 16 points out of that, a good amount of money as well. So we really now pushed ourselves into that inside that top 200. As you can see, Alexandros has struggled to get victories. His best result of the season, best tournament in recent times, was this one in Cyprus. It was a junior 60 event, so he is going downhill and downhill fast. Got through to the quarterfinals and then lost to the 279th ranked player. Lambert, likewise, is just struggling a little bit to get victories again. So he's a very good start to the season, has kind of dipped off, and he's just losing match after match, it seems. Did have a victory here in this junior 30 event in Chile, but it's the only one he's had in a little while, which is a little frustrating. You see this, back at the start of the season, he was getting deep into these tournaments. He's just not doing that anymore. So not quite sure what to do about that, but we'll work it out, I'm sure. What are we going to be doing now in terms of our next upgrade? Well, we've got £371,000 in the bank. So what I want to do here is I want to get as close as we can with the sports centre to level 4. And the way I think we've got best chance of doing that is putting in the weight room. So the weight room would not unlock anything else. We get a little bit more money out of it, but we would crucially get 4.2% increase in our level. So that's hopefully going to get us a little bit close to that level 4. And then fingers crossed they'll say, well, we want you to get to level 4 sports centre next year. And that would be doable potentially. So let's select that one. And this would completely upgrade the weight room. Why can't I do that? There you go. It's let me. I don't know what that was all about. So that's in progress. And yeah, we're doing pretty well here. We're doing pretty well. We've got a few upgrades still to get. I think here, this isn't too expensive. And we've got another one here which isn't too expensive. And then things start to get a bit more pricey. It's going to be a bit trickier to get those upgrades as and when we need them. Just to give you the full picture of where we are with all of these. So you can pause these at any time just to have a look at where we are. And you can see doing pretty well. But we're right at the start of levels in each one of these. And this is why I'm trying to do it with the Sports Centre. I'm kind of hedging my bets a little bit. Right, folks, that's kind of where things are with the Academy. Let's dive into the Davis Cup then. This is the team that we have picked. And what was really fascinating about this is that Curtis was really not 100 miles away from this. He was, in fact, I think he was 7th on the list. So Jack Draper, Cam Norrie, Henry Searle, Jacob Fernley, they were the first 4 on the list. Then there was Gusik Wan, who was next up. We decided not to pick him, and we went for the youngster Mark Saban, who I think is a real talent. So I think I'm pretty pleased with the team. So the 2 players who seem to have the most affinity are Jack Draper and Henry Searle. I mean, we could try and play those 2 together for sure in a doubles. So we've got our, do we just do that? That way we're just keeping it level across the board rather than trying to focus it in any way there. Okay, that seems sensible to me. So we've got this screen saying our doubles pairings have improved. Plus, I don't know what that means at all. Team chemistry is very good, which is great. And form has improved for Jack Draper, which is great as well. So I'm not sure who we're playing yet. Oh, we're playing Slovakia. So you look at this and you think, well, we should have what we need to win this. So we maybe go like that for the singles. Right, there we go. Single 1, single 2. Jack Draper, Cam Norrie will lead things off here. And then, depending on how we do, we might bring in the likes of Mark Saban, or we might bring in, we'll definitely have Henry Searle, but we might have to play Jack Draper and Henry together. I'm not sure. We are in Group C. We are going to be playing Slovakia. Jack Draper going up against Josef Kubelik. We're going to see this game played, I think. We'll do that. So as I remember, everything's kind of set up for the way he plays, so we don't need to worry too much about that. We don't know a lot about him. we'll go with this, and we'll see whether Jack Draper can get a good opening victory against this Slovakian. Let's dive in. Well, good start for Jack Draper. He's 2-1 up, and he's got a break opportunity here against this Slovakian. That's nicely done. Nicely done. Well, first break opportunity, didn't take it. Another opportunity here for Jack Draper at 4-3 up, 15-40 up.
Second service.
You'd expect that this team should have what it takes to beat these. Oh, he's gone wide with that. I like the idea, but the Slovakians. Another opportunity. It's a couple of breaks. Oh, it's a lovely serve. Lovely serve that was. It's 4-all, but Jack Draper here just trying to hold on to his own serve here. Oh, that's beautiful. Down the middle. Coming into the net. He's gone wide. He's gone wide with that. He has been absolutely dominant in terms of the chances, although it's a 50-50 in terms of total points one. But yeah, interesting. He has been broken. First opportunity, and the break is out there. So it's 5-4 down, 40-15. So he's potentially going to take a break, take this first set, which is a bit of a surprise. And there he goes, 6-4. Not what I was expecting. Just did not take the chances that we had. We've tried to get Jack serving a little bit further wide. He's 1 love up, and he is love 40 up. So a real chance to get that first break of the match. But what was he doing? He just took his time to get across there. 15-40.
Second service.
So he's had lots of break opportunities and failed every single time. And he's gone wide with that one. 30-40. Another chance though here. Into the net. Juice. All the way back to Juice. Well, 2-1 up. 15-40 up. Jack Draper still yet to break him, despite all the chances he's had so far. But surely into the net. 3-1 finally. 5-2. 40 love. This should be, oh dear me, this should be set to the UK or GB. Can't remember if it's Great Britain or the UK in Davis Cup. He keeps it in. 15-40. This would be a nice one to get, because it would mean he'd be serving first in set 3. There you go. So 4-6, 6-2. I think we just do what we're doing now and carry things forward. Come on, let's get the win. Well, 2-1 up in set number 3 and love 40 up. Come on, Jack. He's gone long. He's got the break. And he's got a match point. 15-40. Josef of Kovalek, he certainly gave Jack Draper a bit of a scare. And couldn't get it done. 4-6. 6-2. 6-2. Gets it done in 3 sets. Let's have a look what that does in that first round. So we start off with a good solid point there. I'm not sure if we have to finish top of this group or what, but we've yeah, got a good victory there against Slovakia, who are ranked 39th. So they're the weakest team in this group. I don't know. Do we have to play? How many people do we have to play? So Cam Norrie is going up against Alex Molcan, who is 633rd. So let's see how Cam does. We'll put his return intensity up there. Right, let's dive in, and we'll see if Cam can get a second victory. So Cam Norrie got a 6-3, 6-1 victory against Alex Molcan. Really, really strong result. No break points given up. So really good that. and that puts the UK now into a commanding lead. We're going to put our we're going to have be playing Slovakia and NAD. So we're going to be playing their second and third pairs. We're going to be playing their third and fourth players in the next match, and we're going to be doing the same thing. So who should we put in there? I think we're going to go with Henry Searle and Jacob Fernley, at least at this point. So we'll validate that. And let's see how we do here. Right, I'm not going to try and change anything here. I think we'll go in high intensity on return. Let's see how this team does. Well, really disappointing result here, losing 4-6, 3-6 to the Slovakians, who are way below them in the rankings. So Searle and Fernley not doing particularly well there, unfortunately. But we did get the 2 victories in the first couple of matches. So we move on to our next, the next team that we're up against, and this time it's Japan. So this is what we're going to do. They've got a ATP 70 rank and a 147. So I think given Cam Norrie had such a good victory in the previous round, I think we have to play Jack Draper as number 1, Cam Norrie as number 2. We'll do that again, and then we might make a little change up here, maybe bring Mark Saban in the doubles. Let's see. So first match here against Rai Sakamoto. He's the 150th ranked player. So let's see how we do here. Jack Draper going in this one. Well, Jack Draper with a comfortable 6-3, 6-3 victory in this first match. Really, really good result there. And so that's hopefully going to set us up nicely for Cam Norrie's match in match number 2. So Cam Norrie is going to be playing against Kai Nishikori, who's 157th ranked. Let's see how he does here. Cam Norrie has got a couple of victories already against Nishikori. Can he get a third one? Well, it was anything but easy. Finished 7-6, 6-2 to Cam Norrie, so another really good victory against probably our biggest rivals in this group. Last one left is Netherlands, who have a similar ranking to Japan, but just a couple of places lower. But a really, really good, strong victory from our number 2. So let's see what that does in terms of the group. Well, before we get to that, we need to set up who is going to be our choice for the doubles. Well, we can't play either of those two, so we're going to play Henry Searle and Mark Saban are going to be in the doubles, but so let's dive into the doubles. So this is where we are first up, and you can see we're going to get another victory here against Japan, which is going to put us in a really good place. Japan beat the Netherlands in their match, so I think that's really good. If we can get through this one with a good... If we can win it 3-0, which would be amazing, that would be fantastic. So, and then the final match against the Netherlands would be more or less... but it wouldn't matter, I don't think, depending on what happens in the other one. Right, let's go. Let's do it. Well, Searle and Saban got a bit of a smashing from Nishikori and Sakamoto. 6-2, 6-1. So not what I was after, but again, we get the victory in overall 2-1. So I think it looks like Cam Norrie is going to be too tired for this next match. So we're going to be playing Draper and Searle up next, and then we'll see what happens with the doubles. Let's see how we do here. So potentially Thies Bugard, meet Rotinger, 2 very, very good players, but we don't know if we're going to be getting those, or maybe they'll put in some of these other players in. It's hard to say at this point, but Jack Draper is going to lead the line. Again, this is how things are going. So Netherlands beat Slovakia 2-1. We have won our first 2 games, so actually it might matter depending on if we lose badly to the Netherlands, or I guess if Japan beats Slovakia. I think it could matter, but I think we've got really, really strong... Look at the team chemistry compared to what they've got. Well, huge victory against their top man. So our number 1 against theirs. Jack Draper comfortable winning that 6-4, 6-4. So that's a huge huge match to start things off. And so we're going to be playing with Henry Searle. Is going to be our number 2 here. He's lost his two doubles matches, but Cam Norrie is too tired at the minute. So we'll see whether what's going to come of that. We're already 1-0 up there. Let's have a look at how Japan. So Slovakia up against Japan in their first match. That's a bit of a surprise. So that maybe isn't going to be a great thing for them because Japan were one of the teams who could come and catch us potentially. So again, Henry Searle going in here against Mies Rottinger, and we've got every chance, I think, just to get through this. We need to either win this or the doubles, and the doubles have not gone well so far. I'm clearly missing something when we get into these doubles, but I'm not sure what it is. They have played together last year against each other. Rottinger got the victory there, and he has done it. So Henry Searle, after a relatively poor first set, losing it 4-6, he then won the second and third set 6-love, 6-1. Very, very good. So Henry Searle does what we needed him to do, and he gets himself into that final. He gets himself the victory, and that is guaranteed thing. So we're going to put the 2 players who are lowest ranked. The affinity between these 2 players is relatively low. Jacob Fernley is not particularly happy. Let's do that. Let's put Searle and Saban into bat. Fernley just doesn't look happy. I'm not willing to play him, I think, when he's this unhappy. So they're playing their top 2 players here, which is really interesting. They're going to be a bit tired, are they not? Let's go. Well, we finish up with a doubles victory. Henry Searle and Mark Saban getting the victory. 6-4, 6-love, which is really good because it means that Mark Saban gets himself a victory in the matches. So I think he only played 2 of those matches. That's all good. Okay, let's have a look how things finished. You can see here 3-0 victory there against Netherlands. A really good result that was against Netherlands. In the end, did Japan beat Slovakia? Japan did beat Slovakia, which is a good job there. And Slovakia lost all their matches. Although they were lost them only 2-1, all of them 2-1. So I think all in all, I think our players did really well there. Jack Draper, I think, won every match he was involved in. Cam Norrie won, I think, the first 2 or 3 matches. He won the 2 singles he was playing in. But we struggled in the doubles. But Saban and Norrie, or Saban and Searle, I can't remember, got themselves the victories at the end there. So Mark Saban won 1, lost 1 in that, and it was his debut. Jacob Fernley didn't look quite as convincing, but really, really pleased with that. And it's my first time I've actually done pretty well in that tournament. So let me know how you felt, what you felt about that. It's a really, really good result, and we are qualified for the main event now next season. So I will certainly be showing you that when it comes around. So we're going to work towards the end of the season now. We'll see how things go. See if we can get to the end of the season, and we'll come back probably before the end. I'll show you maybe one more tournament. Fingers crossed we can get Curtis doing well and maybe winning at an even higher level, or maybe even better, one of the other 2 actually starting to win some games. All of those things would be great. But anyway, folks, if you have enjoyed that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time for some more Tennis Manager action. See you then. Bye bye.